Hello there. How are you? Awesome. Doing good, doing good. Really, really busy just this last little bit. Nice, nice. ZvZ? ZvZ, I don't know, it's not that balanced, man. It's pretty hard for us, Zergs.
Whoops, I had been muting myself on stream, so now people can hear me. My bad, people. Um, so yeah.
I wasn't
Basically,
just
all you
talking to
guys
myself,
missed was
guys.
Sheth and me establishing that ZvZ is hard. If you could summarize your take on the matchup, what would you
Um,
what would you say is kind of how does ZvZ unfold?
it's a lot easier to play at a higher level on a shorter map for ZvZ. The big four-player maps are very, very coin flippy because you can't really scout for a while no matter what.
Hmm.
And basically, so you do almost a coin flip in really big maps and shorter maps. It's better, but then you've got to be careful just because you can scout them, and then you still kind of have to be careful that, and you have to hope that your build was countering theirs. Like, and even if they did the same build as you and they just didn't scout, they'll be a little bit ahead. So
Right, right.
it's something to worry.
Yeah, it's very coin flippy. I think every Zerg player in the world has kind of been searching for that one safe build, and I guess it doesn't I guess the way it just is there's not one universally safe build. You've got your one base banelings that kind of smash any sort of speedling play. You've got your roach builds that smash any sort of baneling play.
Hmm.
You've got your fast expands, which beat the hell out of one base play, and then you've got your early pools, which beats the hell out of fast expands. How do we decide how to open up in ZvZ?
That is the question. You really just find what you like. There are some timings, obviously, um, but generally you want to pick one that you're generally good with. A lot of pros do something like they start with speedlings and they just simply go into either banelings or they just transfer into roaches. And if your opponent fast expanded, you can just either go for the kill with an all-in or not. Um,
All right, all right. So you're talking about opening more or less defensive bane,
mhm.
and then just kind of proceeding from there. How does that fare against a 15 hatch roach build like Rhett is so keen on doing?
Yeah, it's tricky. It's very tricky because like you said, that's not the best way to do it. For sure, like you're gonna have problems because that build will can't counter the other build. So
Right.
it's
Oh my
just how it
gosh,
is.
what a headache. So, what kind of tips can you give us? Well, we'll talk about that when we get in game. How about we go play some games? How do you feel about that?
Okay. Can I just have one, maybe like 30 seconds of more filler while I
Sheth, you can have as
try
much
and
time as you need. You want to just sit here and talk about random things? How's the renovations coming on the FXO mansion in Malaysia?
I'm pretty good. We have a whole bunch of big news coming up right after MLG.
All right, all right. I'm expecting part of that big news to be my invitation to the
Of
mansion.
course. Of course. I'm working on it.
If I just keep joking about it, eventually somebody's going to be like, "Oh, we forgot to invite Mr. Bitter." Oh man. And of course we have Columbus right around the corner. Are you going to win it?
No.
What?
No.
No.
Try my best to. Probably not.
Oh man, that's heartbreaking. You know I've got $100 bet on you to win an MLG before the end of the year.
I do know this. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best.
I need you to come through for me, man. I'm not too keen on the prospect of losing that $100.
Well, if I don't, maybe I'll help you pay some of it
No,
too. So.
no. There would be no honor in that. None whatsoever, or for me at least. Um, I have people jumping into my game that I don't recognize, but I'll just put them down and ignore them.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get a link for my shirt that I'm trying to buy. But anyway, I guess I'll do that in a little bit. I can work on it later.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't wanna rush you, man. We've got all the time in the world. ZvZ goes pretty fast, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say we're probably gonna get a lot more games than we plan to play in less time than we've allotted. So I do want to say this: if you guys have questions for Sheth, we will take those at the end of our show. So email those. I'm counting on my mods to spam that email address for you guys time and time again. Expecting lots of good questions for Sheth. So,
Okay,
okay,
all done with that. Sorry about that.
all right. Are you ready? I will,
Hmm.
I will send you an invite
Okay.
if I can find you. There he is. Oh, beat me to it. And your opponent's going to be XI Gerbil. I don't know if you know Gerbil or if you know anything about Gerbil.
I think we met at MLG.
He's a total baller, a good friend of mine, and a really good, strong Zerg player.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's very nice.
if I had to classify his play, I would say it kind of falls under the heading of not super standard. Uh,
Interesting.
yeah. So I mean, I say that so that we come into this, not expecting to see standard play, but still, being ready to see standard play, because so much of Zerg comes down to being reactive, especially in ZvZ, and to making the proper read, and to kind of
Hmm.
figuring out what that other guy's up to. And Gerbil has been instructed to play to win, as if this were a best of 7 for the
I would hope
GSL
so.
World Championships. So
Lovely, lovely. No pressure then. Sheesh.
none whatsoever. You said that a lot of players are opening speedlings. Is that what we're going to be expecting out of you here today?
On metal, I would do a hatch first.
Okay. I would also do a hatch first on metal, so I'm excited to see it. Are you ready to rock?
And I can actually play both sides of it. I'm ready to rock, but I can play both sides of either speedling or opening or hatch first now.
Um,
Like before talking with Idra about it, and I was an advocate of hatch first and he was an advocate, or right, reverse that. I was an advocate of speed and he was an advocate of hatch 1st.
Mhm.
Now I'm pretty comfortable with both options, interestingly
yeah,
enough.
yeah. I've been struggling with going speed first. I feel like sometimes it kind of locks you in to
Hmm.
a set progression. Speed
Yeah.
into Bane, into Expand, into Roach.
Hmm.
And I feel like the other guy is just kind of able to do it all kind of a step ahead, and it's hard to cut corners. If you try to skip that Bane link, then you get overrun by more lings. And if you try to skip the well, I guess you can't really skip the Roach, but well, yeah, you can. If you try to skip the Roach, you just die to Bane link.
Yeah, it's an interesting setup the matchup has right now. I do like it though, quite a bit.
I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it. I've been playing a lot of 15 hatch, 15 pool, 17 gas into Roach.
Yep,
And
that's my favorite build too. Do
yep.
well, you basically named the timing. What do you go up to before you get your Overlord? That's-
I probably get my Overlord on 17.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I know some people like to get it on 18.
Do they really?
Yeah. Do you get
Hmm.
it? Do you get it sooner, or do you get like a 15
No.
Overlord and save? No.
17 is where I go.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
It's a set build, and then you go up to 22 and get your next Overlord then.
Really?
Hmm.
I get my next one at 24.
Really?
Yeah.
Greedy.
Greedy. So
Do you get then a whole bunch of lings, like 10?
I try to only make 8 if I can help it.
Okay, well 8 and then 2 drones.
Yep.
Okay. I just do 8 lings. No 2 drones.
We're speaking the same language.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like some other people are like don't really play ZvZ are probably like what?
All right, man. So these are definitely fast expand positions.
Hmm.
I have to ask you. I was on the VT vent the other day, and I was talking to my buddy Revenge,
Hmm.
and he said, "Did you see Sin's proxy spawning pool?" And I was like, "What?" Oh wow. So this is something we need to talk about. He's thrown down a pretty early pool. What is it? What does the timing on that look like to you?
15 pool.
Okay.
No real worries there. It's just going to be probably a speedling sort of thing.
Him getting the pool so far before gas, that strikes me as kind of strange.
Yeah, it might not even be speedling. It might just be laying pressure into hatch, like there's his hatchery. Maybe he thinks it's a better economy build. I don't know.
I don't either. It looks kind of weird.
Well, it goes back to the whole theory of until they put something like 11 pool is like the best economy build in a perfect world where you don't need to make units. And so he just wants his queen out really early.
Yeah,
And
that's
my
true.
goal is just to use all my larvae efficiently, and I should be ahead,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Because I'm not going to give him a perfect world to play in. And either
And
way, he is making a roach war.
yeah. So you saw that Roachhorn.
Yep.
Um, that's that's a fast Roachhorn. That strikes me as being very aggressive.
Yeah, it's very risky. So I know how to play against it. I had
Right.
to deal with it in the ladder today. Um,